Alright, so if you guys want to come out here, you can see what a full adult looks like. This guy is 7 years old, and you can see differences between he and she are that his hair is much longer than hers is, his claws are much bigger than hers, and his teeth are much bigger than hers. So this guy, he opens his mouth a little more.
His legs look longer too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or maybe he's just.
She's a little bigger in the body, he's a little longer in the legs.
They so good?
Hey, Bob, come here.
Oh my gosh.
Come here, dude. You like them?
Yeah,
You got a
you're
green
just
bean.
waking up.
Is Fallon going to get them?
Probably.
Put our dogs on these small keepers. Hi. We're both teachers. Who needs to teach students?
If you're teachers, we have YouTube videos. And if you need a class break, our YouTube videos are 30 minutes long and kid appropriate and educational.
That's
We have a number of different videos you could watch. I mean, that you could turn on in your classroom to grade some papers.
Do you prefer green beans?
He does. Trying to get him to hang down with you. This guy's about to curl up your leg.
Hi. Now, what is this one's name?
Just a dash.
Dash and Flash. I'm feeling it.
Hey, Flash. Hey, Bubba. We do awful many field trips out here too. I don't know where you guys are from, but you said you're both in.
I'm in
by.
Cleveland, but she's in Chattanooga. Dash wants to play.
Yeah, we just ended field trips for the fall.
Yeah.
We'll start again in the spring. We do field trips on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's so fun.
And it's they do like a farm trip, and kids spend, depending on how many classes it is, we go in 3 or 4 groups, and we set up bounce houses, and the petting farm and pony rides is station 2, and station 3 is the exotic barn, and if there's 4 classes, station 4 is in the pavilion with lizards and reptiles and stuff. And we'll see about 5,000 or 6,000 kids out here on field trips this year,
Wow.
ranging from kindergarten to high school.
Yeah.
We've even had a few college groups come out.
Oh, yeah. That'd be really fun. Are you just chilling?
Or you want to do dash with them in there?
Okay, sure. Let's see. Let me pull those chairs in there.
We don't need these ones out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab.
Oh, are you going in here because it's better light?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And if we need to escape, I'm gonna grab this chair.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Take a selfie.
Do it. Take them all. You don't even have to return them.
You're so cute. You said I like to be like firm fed
Stroked.
instead of
Just strokes, not scratched. Don't like to be petted the wrong direction, don't like to be scratched.
Okay. Me too.
You guys can both go in there, and then
Okay.
whoever wants to get the first cuddles can go ahead and sit in that blue chair. It's still on. I'll tell him I can visit us,
Hey guys, if you're watching online, our next encounter is a surprise, so the person coming in does not know what they're doing or what they're here for, is my understanding. And let me aim this camera up here. It's looking the wrong way. There we are. There's our boy. I guess I had it pointing at a wall or something, so our viewers went way down. If you guys want to share with your friends, that'd be great, or hit that like button, we'd appreciate that. Here comes Flash over to see us, and we're about to start our next encounter in just a minute, guys. I have about a minute or two. If anybody wanted to ask a quick question, you're welcome to. Great, come on in.
Look at you. Look at you.
Are you coming with me, Fallon?
Look at you.
Just hanging out, huh?
This is Flash. Flash is a two-fingered Linnaeus sloth. Flash is 7 years old. He's been here for 4 years now. Flash was our first sloth. We have 4. And just about every sloth that you see in the continental U.S. is going to be a two-fingered Linnaeus sloth. The reason is that the three-fingered sloths eat almost exclusively Sarcopia leaves, and Sarcopia trees do not grow in the continental U.S. So the three-fingered sloths are all in Central and South America, and those are the ones that have the band across their eyes. They have a flatter nose, so they're a smaller animal. But the bigger differences between them make more sense from a skeleton photo. So this is just a Google. This is the skeleton of a three-fingered sloth. A three-fingered sloth has 9 vertebrae in the cervical spine, so they have a big long neck. This guy has a short neck. A three-fingered sloth has arms longer than body, but small little back legs. They have 3 vertebrae of a tail. The two-fingered sloth, conversely, is a much sturdier animal. He has only 5 vertebrae in the cervical spine between skull and shoulders, and he has no tail. So the 4 missing from the neck and the 3 missing from the tail are all between the hips and shoulders of the two-fingered sloth. So the three-fingered would turn his, if it was hanging down, it would turn its head 270 around like an owl would. This guy, if he's hanging down, if this is hips and this is shoulders, he can turn until his hips and shoulders are 180 apart, because he's got 7 extra vertebrae compared to the three-fingered sloth between hips and shoulders. This guy's got 46 ribs, 23 sets of ribs, so he is a very sturdy built animal. If you look at the thickness of the bones on this dude, he is absolutely built to take it. He's got massive teeth. He's got huge claws. You can see that this guy's teeth and claws are just like they ought to be. We do not trim their claws. We do not pull their teeth. Some places do. The sloth has a tremendous amount of connective tissue that goes all between all of these ribs and all of his organs. So whether he's hanging horizontally upside down, vertically upside down, whether he's in a tree right side up like this, or laying on his back belly or side, his organs all remain position and orientation where they ought to be. Now for us, our guts are sitting in our pelvis and upper bounded by our diaphragm. They're just kind of loosey-goosey in there. So if we were on like an inversion table for a couple of hours, we're going to run short of breath. We're going to be pretty uncomfortable if we were upside down for a long period of time. He can be in any position for any amount of time at all. His position and orientation makes no difference to him. But he is designed to be an upside down animal. So
This is normal resting.
He sleeps in a hammock most of the time. This is his room in here. It goes up 20-some feet. He's got a hammock up there in the top, and when his encounter is done, he's going to go in and go back up, and we'll see it then. But his room goes up 20-some feet, and sometimes he sits in a tree, sometimes he's right side up, upside down, sometimes he lays in his hammock and sleeps. It just doesn't really matter for him. All right, you guys are going to give him some breakfast while I tell you some things about sloths that you likely don't know. And
I didn't see that one.
that one is Chloe. That one's our baby sloth.
I'm so sorry I didn't see you, Miss
She had no idea what we were coming here to do, so
Hi, baby.
Oh, good.
she didn't.
I had no
So this is
idea
going to be
about
Flash's breakfast, and you're just going to give it to him like this. And as you feed him his breakfast, you can lead him down and do what?
Maybe not.
He probably will. He has to sniff it first. He doesn't see, he smells. A sloth has a structure to their eyes called a rod monochromacy. Means they have all rod cells, no cone cells. So if you've ever seen a movie with the military guys in the night vision goggles and you see their point of view that there's just moving blobs out there in front of them, that is the way that a sloth sees. So the sloth sees motion very well, but he sees objects very poorly. This guy can't see the difference between me and either one of you. But he knows what I sound like and he knows what I smell like. I've been with this sloth every day for almost 4 years now.
Almost acts like he's afraid right now.
No, he's saying give me fruit, you know, and or you know, he wants a treat. He doesn't really want his veggies right now, but he eats veggies throughout the day, so we can give him a little treat right now if that's what he's in the mood for.
She just wants attention, don't you, darling? Yes, you do. Oh.
That one sleeps in bed with me.
Oh, can I please back?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, give him something.
Okay, never mind. She wants to bite.
It's mouthy like a puppy.
No, you don't want that either?
Yeah, you can see his eyes like this, real pinpoint little.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can open up at night, but they're pretty.
They can?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want that
All right,
either.
so you can feed them either out of your hand or out of the dish, whichever way you're comfortable with. And but if you feed him out of your hand, he is gonna lick your fingers.
Oh.
Come here, Bob.
Oh, he's like, hey.
That is what he was after, huh?
Yeah, that's what he really wants.
What is it, just rice and...
Rice, dog food, sweet potatoes, stuff like that. So you can either give him the dish or you can give it to him out of your hand. Makes no difference.
Sit out of your hand.
And please do take all the pictures and videos you want. And when he's down like this, you're welcome to stand approximately this close to him. He's not going to bite you. And take your selfies and such as that. And I'm going to continue to tell you some things about sloths that you likely don't know. The sloths are slow. Sloths are famously slow. If you want to picture both of you at the same time, I'll be happy to take them for you. The sloths are famously slow, but they're slow in ways that it likely hasn't occurred to you that it would even be possible for a sloth to be slow. So,
Look at him, Mr.
look this way. He's got his hand in front of your face. There we go. So the sloth is slow not only in his movement, he's slow in his digestion, metabolism, metabolic processes. He is slow in every single way that an animal can be slow. Slow in his digestion, the sloth is eating about 10% of his body weight every single day, and yet going to the bathroom once in 7 to 10 days. So,
Really?
putting that to human perspective, I weigh about 200 pounds, so if I was going to eat 10% of my body weight, that would be me rolling into Outback and saying, bring me 20 of the 16-ounce porterhouse steaks. That's what I'm going to eat today. Or if I had to hit the Golden Arches saying, bring me 80 of the quarter pounders, because that's what I'm going to eat today. So obviously that wouldn't work for us. And then given that he goes to the bathroom only once in 7 to 10 days, when he does eliminate, it is going to be epic. 1/3 of his total body mass between solid and liquid together, separately but at the same time. So human perspective, that's me dropping a bag of dog food in a 5-gallon bucket all at once in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
When he goes to the bathroom, he comes all the way down the tree, same side of the tree, and goes to the bathroom in the exact same spot that he always goes. When the sloth is in the top of the tree, he's safe. In the top of the tree, a snake cannot find a sloth. They have no natural scent. They have no sweat gland, scent gland, musk gland, none of that, so they have no scent. And they have no temperature other than the outside air temperature. A sloth is technically a warm-blooded animal, but it does not have the energy in its energy budget to maintain its body temperature. It's eating almost exclusively leaves, and leaves are very low in nutritional value, very low in caloric content. So they are working on an extremely limited energy budget. It feels just like a monkey's feet. And we do have monkeys, so that's an accurate statement.
Mine was just long like that.
The last bone of his finger is inside of the claw there. Need another scoop?
I just need another Diet Coke.
There you go.
That's the real struggle.
Yeah, I'm
You want to feed
stewing.
him some?
All right, so second, the cat cannot get to the sloth. When the sloth is in the branches, he's upside down. He's hanging from the branch. So his instinct when he sees motion is gonna be end of the branch, get to the end of the branch, and then whang, the branch is gonna hang down under his weight, right? He only weighs 15 to 20 pounds. A cat large enough to threaten him is gonna be at least double that. The cat's trying to come along the top of the branch like this, when he gets to the end, you know, what's he gonna do? So, and should the cat press the issue to the point that the whole mess would fall all the way to the floor of the rainforest, the sloth, remember I showed you how sturdy a sloth is, the sloth will almost certainly survive a 100-foot drop, and the cat will almost certainly not. So the sloth will look over at the cat and he'll say, ha, ha, and back up the tree he goes, and the cat will not be returning to the canopy of the rainforest. The one animal that can get to the sloth in the top of the tree is the harpy eagle. Sweetheart, it's not your turn, baby.
But it could be.
It's still your nap time.
It could be.
Go back to sleep, baby.
But. So she acted like she was gonna bite when I reached towards her? Do they?
No, she's not.
I was just gonna say, do
The
they?
sloth sleeps in bed with me at night. It's not going to bite anyone.
Well, he does have some teeth, doesn't he? The size of those.
Oh yeah,
That's-
huge.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's some big teeth.
Yeah, that's when I was saying that in Central and South America, when you go off of a cruise ship, they pull the teeth out of them.
Oh.
That's why.
Well,
But of course, they're dealing with wild animals. I'm dealing with pet animals,
Yeah.
and the difference is extreme. I had said to him earlier that the reason I have a sloth encounter here is I went to the one off of a cruise ship, and I thought it was wonderful, and I was horrified a year later when I found out those animals on average live for 1 month, because they take them out of the rainforest, dunk them in a bucket of bleach, pull their teeth out, and throw them in the encounter, and most of them only survive 30 days or less.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
yeah, I was.
Our sloths, that is why we do it the way we do it. Our sloths only see two people at a time. This guy does 1 hour of encounters a day, the other ones all do 2 hours of encounters a day. This guy is the least oriented to people. This is our least people-oriented sloth. The other ones are people-oriented from birth, and the other ones are all a minimum of 6 generations removed from the rainforest. And so I sometimes get some keyboard warriors that are haters, and they're like, oh, no one should have a sloth. I'm like, no one should have a wild sloth. I completely agree with you. That's morally reprehensible. But these are not wild animals. And they're like, oh, all sloths are wild. Well, dogs originally were wild too. How do you
Yeah,
think?
cats and about every animal.
How do you think animals became domesticated?
Right.
Generations.
Yeah.
And these are generations removed from the rainforest. At least 6 generations, so that's great, grandparent, parent, then them. And ours that come from the breeder who does this, they stay with their mother until the mother weans them of her own choosing. And after they are weaned from their mother, they have to pass the ambassador protocol as an individual, not as part of a pair. And that means that they actively seek human attention and they genuinely enjoy human contact, not related to just the food. And so all of ours, except for this guy, are ambassador animals that will sit in your lap and snuggle with you. And that's the difference between a wild animal and a feral animal. Go pet a white-tailed deer and see how that works out for you.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Did
the reason, go ahead.
Did you already say it? I'm sorry, I was just kind of distracted.
Yeah.
What their lifespan actually is?
Smithsonian had one that lived to be 49. There are 2 in Germany that recently passed that were in their 50s. There's one in China that is reputed to be much, much older, but it's China, so who knows. And the breeder who breeds these has a female who is still reproducing at 35. And if it is true of a sloth, as it is of other large mammals, and no one can say yet for sure, but if it's true of a sloth that they don't breed for a female in the last half to third of their life, that would mean that animal could still live to be at least well into the 50s. And ours will live full long lives because we do not, this is about the love of sloths, not about the love of money. We will not overshow our animals to make more money. They do 2 hours encounters a day, that's it. They do 1 hour in the AM, 1 hour in the PM, and they have a full 3-hour break in between the two, because that is how long a sloth usually takes a nap, is 2 to 3 hours. So they have a full rest period in between their morning session and their afternoon session. And any day that any sloth doesn't feel like participating, they don't, and there is no repercussion to the sloth. His room goes up 25 feet, and if he didn't want to come down, he wouldn't. So actually on our first encounter today, he didn't come down until the very end. We just showed a different sloth. and that's okay.
Yeah, they're still, I mean, if you're not forcing them to do anything they don't wanna do really, I mean,
Yeah, well, that's why our animals like what they do. So anyway, about a sloth though. The sloth, when he does come, so even though he's safe in the top of the tree, yet he comes all the way down the tree, same side of the tree, and goes to the bathroom in the exact same place that he always does. That is because of the sloth-moth symbiotic relationship. There is a type of moth called a sloth moth that lives nowhere in the world except in the fur and in the waste pile of a sloth. There are actually 3 species of them, and they all are little tiny moths that fly limited amounts. So when the sloth comes down the tree, he gets his hiney right to the ground and he lets it rip in the same pile that he always goes on. And when he does, these moths fly down into the waste pile, lay their eggs in the waste, and get back to the sloth as fast as they can, because he's only going to be down for 2 to 3 minutes, and they can't fly all the way back up the tree. They only fly in bursts of like 18 inches at a time. And so they have to get back to the sloth to get the ride back to the top. And it is a symbiotic relationship, not a parasitic relationship. Symbiotic meaning beneficial to both sides. You're welcome to wash your hands right there. There's soap and towels. The benefit to the moth is that the sloth is the food source and the living environment of the moths. The benefit to the moths are feeding on the moss and algae that is all in the sloth fur in the wild, not here. The benefit to the moth is at least 3 things. To the sloth is at least 3 things. One, as the moths fertilize the moss and algae that is all in the sloth's fur, it makes more moss, more algae, more disguise from harpy eagles, which is the one animal that can get to the sloth in the top of the tree. 2, as the sloth grooms himself, he licks up a certain amount of the moths themselves. The moths themselves are the protein source of the sloth. 3rd, as the sloth grooms himself, he licks up a certain amount of the waste of the moths. That's the key to the game for the sloth. The waste of the moth is how the sloth replenishes his gut bacteria that digests his food. Now, we also have helpful gut bacteria. Our gut bacteria will last throughout our lives unless we take a lot of antibiotics. We take a lot of antibiotics, we need probiotics or Greek yogurt to fix our gut health back up. Sloth lives in the rainforest. He's never heard of GNC, he doesn't know the way to Publix, he's getting no Greek yogurt, he's getting no probiotics. So how he listen,
I heard it.
that's sharpening his teeth. His teeth grow throughout his life, and as they come together like this, that sharpens his teeth. So he always has long, strong teeth. They grow throughout his life, but he only gets one set. He's going to live in the rainforest. They think these guys live about 20 years, and they don't have a toothbrush. So no enamel on their teeth, but they sharpen throughout their life as they open and close their mouth. So they always have long, strong, sharp teeth.
Yeah. So did he just tell us, okay, I'm done eating and you guys are, you're
Yeah, so
done with me?
he ate and.
Yeah, he's done eating. You're welcome to pet this guy and see what he feels like.
He just,
That's his shavings where he was down to the ground. He grooms himself.
Oh, and Flash, you were.
There's a
faster
misting
than I thought.
system up there, and when he wants to take a bath, he curls over into the misters.
Oh, you are just so amazing. Yeah, how soft he is right here.
You saw the baby sticking her face out, so she's solid brown. That blends in with mama's. The white gray hair is a good backdrop for the moss and algae that he doesn't like to be scratched.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
look
sorry,
at it.
I'm sorry.
The moss and algae, that's a good palette for the moss and algae to make the complete disguise. That, you know, when you see one in the wild, they're nasty looking with all the black and green and everything all over them, but it hides them very, very well. That's part of why it's hard to study sloths, is they're doggone hard to find.
Yeah.
So anyway, here he doesn't need, I'm sorry, I skipped. So replenishes his gut bacteria via the waste of the moths. Now what interrupts our gut health is antibiotics. What interrupts his gut health is cold temperature. So here we don't need the moths because 1, he doesn't need a disguise, nothing is after him here. 2, he doesn't need protein, we can give him other protein sources like hard-boiled eggs. 3, what interrupts a sloth's gut health is cold temperature. We never ever let a sloth get cold. That's why it's always hot in here. And as long as he never gets cold, it's like as long as we never took antibiotics. We don't have to worry about our gut health as long as we don't take antibiotics and as long as he doesn't get cold. So that's why we don't need 100 to 150 moths living in this dude's fur. That would be pretty nasty to hold a sloth crawling with moths. And other things about a sloth. A sloth is pound for pound much, much stronger than a human. He's at least 3 times as strong as a human, pound for pound. Obviously, he's not stronger overall. He's much smaller than we. But he is pound for pound very strong. But the hanging in a tree is a matter of design, not strength. So if we were doing a 2-arm hang on this branch, a minute would be a long time to do a 2-arm hang because this is exertion. This is relaxation. The sloth has tremendously tight tendons in his hand and in his forearm, so clamp down like that, that is the normal relaxed state for a sloth. So when he's hanging in this tree, he's clamped on, he is exerting no energy whatsoever to hang in that tree. If his life ended hanging in a tree, he would not necessarily fall. He could continue to hang there for days or weeks until something rotted or until, something knocked him out of the tree. People often ask me how the sloth can swallow upside down. You could too. Peristalsis, that's what brings your food from the back of your mouth down to your stomach. He does have a check valve in his stomach though that it's, one way in, can't go back out. So there is no reverse. He's not able to vomit or burp or any of the other stuff. His entire digestive system is a one-way street. The sloth, now with all that connective tissue, his stomach changes sizes dramatically. So they go 10 days between trips down the tree, 7 to 10 days, and he's going to eliminate literally 1/3 of his body mass. So we see it more in the babies than we do in the adults. They start out like this and and about the time they look like a little fat Buddha, don't let them sleep in bed with you that night because it is coming on. When they get big and fat, that's when they're getting ready to go to the bathroom.
You gonna come back over and see us?
You might.
That'd be a rude way to wake up in the middle of the night, wouldn't it?
Yeah, come a flood.
Yeah.
Literally 1/3 of their body mass, and I have weighed them before and after. You weigh your sloth after they go to the bathroom because you need to know what the sloth weighs, not what's in the sloth. So we track their weights. Somebody just erased it. This is because I'm going on vacation and had to make sure everybody has everything. But Zoe weighs 2 pounds. Chloe, that one weighs 2 pounds after going to the bathroom, and in the last month last month and a half she's gained 4/10 of a pound. She was 1.6, now she's 2. And Dash, that you're about to see in a minute, has gone recently from his recent weight's gone from 6.6 to 7 pounds. And Zoe weighs right at 20, and he weighs about 18. And so he is the only one that's fully adult. Zoe, that's in that room, is 2 years old. Body mass, she's as large as he is, but maturity, she's nowhere close. Her claws are like this small, his claws are like that big. His teeth are like that big, her teeth are like that
And you
small.
said he was 7.
He's 7, yeah.
How old is she?
She is 6 months. And that one is 2 years, and the other one is a year and 3 months.
So do they ever give you any indication when they're not happy at all? What kind of behavior do they?
Doesn't come down the tree.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Like when
he's-
cats or dogs get mad, their ears go back, so you don't leave them alone. But they don't have any kind of sign or signal to you to just,
Do they
don't
like
touch
being
me.
touched or not? I mean, he acts like he just doesn't.
He is the least interested in people. He was raised for a zoo display, and but the guy who sells the ambassador sloths to zoos, he will not talk to you until you've already had a sloth for 2 years successfully, and then he has a number of other requirements. You have to be licensed as a zoo. You have to prove that if you made no income at all for 2 years, you can still feed every animal that you own. You have to agree that if at any point in the sloth's life, if in his opinion the sloth isn't being cared for 100%, as well as it should be, or is being in any way neglected, abused, overused, whatever, he will come and get it. And forever. And you have to have a vet that has talked to him, that has proved that he knows, vetting for a sloth. There's a long list before he'll even talk to somebody about a sloth. But people watch what we do here. I always do a disclaimer when I'm on a live. Please don't look at what we're doing here and think it's a good idea to buy a sloth.
Right.
It is not. If you find a sloth that's for sale on the internet, it is an animal that was taken from the rainforest, which is a reprehensible thing to do. And those places usually give you a 2-week health guarantee because they know the sloth is going to last about a month. And and you are buying a wild animal that likely will be drugged the day that you received it, and you're going to be having a wild animal that is not going to survive.
That's heartbreaking to hear.
But yeah, so anyway, I always say, please don't look at what we're doing here and think it's a good idea to buy a sloth. It is absolutely not. We are licensed as a zoo, and we have a lot of research that goes into this, and there is a lot in this space that you don't see that is what makes it work.
Well, thank you for being there for us, buddy. Appreciate that.
But there are an awful lot of encounters out there that are not concerned about the sloth, they're concerned about the pocketbook. And here it's love of sloths, not love of money. But yeah,
If you're
so.
only doing 2 a day, that's, you can.
Well, no, not 2 a day, 2 hours a day.
2 hours a
Yeah,
day.
2 hours a day.
Okay.
Each sloth will do 2 hours a day. So 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. He only does 1 encounter a day. But people are seeing him more than that because his room in here he's probably ready to go back up and take his nap now. But this is his room, and that's where the sloth goes in the same place every single day, every single time. That is the sloth suite that's up there. You gotta step in this way.
Yeah, and so I have to leave
You're
her
staying
outside.
here, that is the sloth suite. You stay up there, it sleeps 10, and you have a sloth for the roommate.
Oh, wow.
And in the evenings, he hangs by his feet from that cottage up there, and he people watches as much as people sloth watch. Hey Flash, you gonna go to bed, buddy? Nap time.
As soon as those people get out of my way.
He's not remotely concerned about you.
So let's see, he was
That's how
just
bad.
crawl from up here and then,
Yeah, he just walks right in.
So they never
he just used the top to grab it.
traverse on the ground.
No. The sloth is traversing on the ground, it's, not good. They, that is the 2 biggest dangers the 3 biggest dangers to sloths in the wild is loss of habitat like every other wild animal. And power lines, if they're traversing 1 power line, that's fine, but when they reach from power line to pole, that's when you get shishka sloth and crossing roads. Because on the ground, 6-8 feet per minute is all they got.
Yeah.
So even if they went perpendicular to the road, it's gonna take them 8 or 10 minutes to cross the street. And how many cars are gonna come by in that time? So yeah, he just cruises right back in there and up the tree he goes.
Well, thanks for your time, Flash. Thank you. You're just so amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, I love it. And you, little girl, you just want some attention. You're just bound to turn into habit.
He said, that's max speed right there.
He's moving a lot faster than I thought.
He's gonna go up there and probably lay in his hammock and take a nap for the next couple of hours.
Got more food in his belly.
And he's pre-fed all day long. He can have all the food he wants. And his dishes are right here. So whatever he didn't eat during his encounter just goes in his dish. And if he didn't come down at all, he would still get his food the same as if he did.
Sure. Oh, that was so amazing. Thank you.
Oh, you're not done yet.
That's cool.
You guys good?
Yep.
Alright.
What you guys doing? Yeah.
I think she's pretty much sold. She wants a baby kangaroo that's been fed by us for about 8 months, a female in about 2 years, and you're gonna have your 6-foot fence. We've decided on that instead of a sloth.
Females are pricey.
That's it's the
A
best.
neutered male is what you really want.
Oh, the nails, this terrible.
She's scratching.
Oh, a neutered male doesn't, our neutered male outside lays there and you pet him.
I told him I request some otters.
So my friend Tim Rivers, his wife bred otters for many years, and they got rid of them because he says they're nasty and smelly. You spent a fortune on fish.
Okay, well, there you go. Not like these.
But she was breeding Asian small claw otters, and those go 10 grand a piece.
Oh,
And he said the juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
10 grand a piece, would it be?
Yeah, they have 4 or 5 at a time, and he says they're that nasty that. But I see sloth encounters other places that look awfully cute.
Adorable I am.
It's great to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. We'll be back. We're gonna bring our kids. Bye, have a good day. Go ahead and see her on her way out. She's coming to see us out too.
I'm willing to come to the people, like, got it.
Cute.
You're just poking out.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I won't be covered.
You're so cute.
The little tiny claws.
Look at her little claws.
You're so.
That's Chloe, right?
Yeah, that's Chloe.
I saw her name online. She's so sweet.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, her encounter is baby sloth snuggles.
Baby sloth. Okay, good to know. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Go in,
Alright,
we're
you
gonna go
guys
right
are
back
on
in.
to sloth
Watch your
folding
step
now.
right there. Do you want Dash or?
Dash, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is Dash. Dash is 1 year and 2 months old. So you're
I
gonna...
would probably go ahead and remove the necklace, just because that way when he's
Oh, yeah.
around your neck, he's
I didn't.
sometimes.
Yeah.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Well, I didn't tell her what we were coming to do.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
any of
yeah,
the
yeah.
rules. She'd ask questions, well, why can't I wear my necklace?
You can't give it away.
How come I can't do this, or how come I can't do that?
You can put him right in your lap and
What's
just
your
go.
name?
Didn't Red Hot Chili Peppers do a song right now?
Hi, buddy.
I don't think they were talking about the same thing though. When they said, "Good wait with me now."
Oh, you are so precious. He's like, I see him dealing with food.
Dash already had his breakfast.
He had a little bit. He had a half a bowl, but he didn't want any more about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So Dash is size-wise in between